Hi everyone, it's Alex from Risk Academy. I'm at the Archer Summit in US, and David Vose, Graham Keith, and myself yesterday did a panel on risk quantification. And the name of the panel was "What is risk quantification? Why do it? And how to do it?" And I wanted to just kind of summarize my responses because the video of our panel will be available in, I hope, not so distant future, and you'll see the full thing because David and Graham had a lot of very important points to share. But I wanted to give you kind of my highlight answers to the three questions. So first of all, what? In my experience, what of quantitative risk management is representing risks as probability distributions. And it could be a continuous distribution, which is the product of a frequency times consequence, and you get this, Poisson times log normal or Perth or something more appropriate for the risk nature of the risk. It's either that, or it could be a discrete distribution where there are multiple scenarios and there's uncertainty between the scenarios. Or it could be a continuous distribution, which is the product of volatility of assumptions. For example, foreign exchange. The volatility of foreign exchange, the volatility of market prices, the volatility of inflation. These are just distributions. So what is quantitative risk management? In my mind, it's representing risk as probability distributions and finding the correlations between various risks so you can then plug them into various decision models and support the decision makers by giving them this additional information around the volatility and the uncertainty of the decisions that they're making. So this is the what. Why? In my experience, why is very simple. There are certain risks that if you understand the risk profile really well and you can communicate that risk profile to the market, to the stakeholders, you save a lot of money. Save a lot of money by reducing the historical budgets because you show that you actually don't need that much money to mitigate that risk. Or you save it by implementing additional controls and reducing the losses from a particular risk. Credit is an example. You lose 3 million per year on average because of bad debt. You can actually reduce that number. Or you reduce the cost associated with risk transfer. You paid 20 million for insurance last year, well, you could pay 10 million this year, which is exactly what we did, for example. And so the why, in my mind, it has, there are many other whys, but for me, the big why is that risk management should pay for itself. It should generate so much cash that it pays for the whole risk department's salaries, bonuses, software, licenses, and everything associated with that, and probably even some strategic risk session somewhere outside in a nice, island in Spain. And finally, the how is something that I covered in another video on this Risk Academy YouTube channel. The how is very simple. The probability theory, decision science, neuroscience have been around for many, many years. And what this means is that none of this is kind of new or innovative. There are models and methodologies in the market for most risks out there. You don't have to start from scratch. You just have to find an existing model that fits the purpose. We did exactly that for environmental risks. We did exactly that for the broader operational risks. We found models that were suitable and could be reused for our specific needs in the organization. So this is the what, why, how. Let me know what you think. Don't forget to subscribe to the Risk Academy channel, and I'll see you in the next video.